There's really no such thing as a normal day in Malawi. Plans rarely go the way you expect. Most days, my dad meets with farmers groups to lead Bible studies and agricultural training. But he's learned that they're most encouraged when they see results, when they visit others who have been practicing these methods for years and are already thriving. So, instead of only teaching, he decided to take each of his groups on a full-day field trip. It took several weeks to organize them all, but it was absolutely worth it. I tagged along for one of those trips and would love to take you along on the journey. For this first trip, Dad hired a small bus with a driver. The bus could hold 12 people and our car could hold 8, giving us room for 20. Dad confirmed with the driver twice and told the group that space was limited. The plan was for the bus to arrive at our house at 7:15 a.m. so he could follow us to the pickup point where the farmers group would be waiting. But 7:15 came and went. No bus, no driver, no answer on the phone. When Dad finally got a hold of him at around 8, the driver told Dad that it would be at least 3 more hours before he could make it. 3 hours? That wasn't going to work. Not only would we lose too much time, but we had 18 people already walking, some for an hour, to meet us where we could reach them, on a road that was drivable by bus. They finally agreed on a workaround. Dad and I would pick up the bus ourselves, load 12 people, and at least get part of the group there. When Dad called the group to explain the new plan, he learned that only 12 had shown up anyways. Perfect! Except, when we arrived at the pickup point, the group had somehow grown back to 18. With Dad and I, that made 20 in a 12-passenger bus. In true African style, we packed everyone in. But, of course, nothing stays simple. First, the bus got stuck on a washed-out section of road. Thankfully, with many strong hands, we pushed it free, though the passengers did have to walk for a bit. Finally, we reached the pavement. And then, just when we thought we were rolling smoothly, the police pulled us over. They weren't too concerned about the large number of passengers crammed into the bus, but apparently Dad's Malawian license only allows him to carry 8 people, something he hadn't even thought about. To make matters worse, the bus didn't even have a rear license plate. Oh boy, never a dull moment here. Thankfully, after a friendly chat with the officers and a small fine, we were back on the road. We eventually linked up with the new driver, got the extra people settled into Dad's car, and carried on with the trip. Once we finally got past the morning's chaos, the day unfolded beautifully. Our first stop was a visit to a commercial farm run by a Christian ministry, using the same methods that we teach. Our group was stunned. Right here in Malawi? They kept asking, wide-eyed. For people who have faced setback after setback, seeing thriving fields on a large scale was almost unbelievable. Trying new things always feels risky when you can't afford a poor harvest, but suddenly, the risk seemed worth it. They weren't just hearing about success anymore. They were standing in the middle of it. Next came a visit to our colleagues' training center and demonstration fields. The farmers' eyes lit up as they walked among lush green crops, so different from the thin yellow plants at home. Hope rose in them as they peppered the trainer with questions. The excitement only grew when he led them into his own fields, and they saw firsthand what faithful practice can produce. And when he handed out plant starts to take home, you'd think he'd given them treasure. By the time we started the drive back, the bus was buzzing with conversation and laughter. Some began composing a song. And then, as we rolled into their village, they began to sing. Voices joined in until the whole bus was filled with joyful, thankful song. As we parked the bus and they tumbled out, the celebration started. The words of their song summed up the entire day. I don't want to leave farming. Farming is good. And then the song declared their commitment to put into practice the natural methods they had been learning, one by one. As we prepared to leave, we could hardly break away from their thankfulness and enthusiasm. We were told, "You have been telling us, but now we have seen it with our eyes." Life here is never boring. There are always obstacles and unexpected detours, but when we press through, we get to witness fruit that makes every challenge worth it. Our hope is that their joy encourages you. As you face your own challenges, Don't give up. The harvest is coming.